Today we are in Toronto's Yorkville area, and we are in a 3-bedroom, 2,500 square foot space. Our client is an amazing guy. He is a father of 2 young boys, and he was looking for a space where it was a beautiful retreat. He travels a lot, so it was a nice place that he can come home to. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and we wanted to really make a space that reflects that, which is why there's a lot of pops of whimsical colors, a few interesting art pieces, and it's just a really fun, bold, beautiful space. When we designed the entryway, we wanted it to be a little bit more dramatic because there's no windows in that space. So that's where we went with white and black marbled floor, and it was alternating. And we put it on a diagonal so it creates a sense of movement into the room. And then we did dark purple wallpaper, so it really creates that sense of drama. Our client had a love of wine, and we thought this was a great opportunity to create a functional and artful display. We did it in a rift-cut white oak, and we used that same white oak in the kitchen as well, so it establishes this sense of unity and relationship between multiple spaces in the suite. There's 2 beautiful pieces by Jane Waterous that sit opposite sides of the hall, and they have a bunch of different colors that we really incorporated into all the different rooms, so it acts as a really good introduction to the space. The unit has beautiful views of Toronto, and that really inspired us when we were putting together our design schemes, coming up with colors, coming up with different furniture layouts. Ideally, we wanted to orientate everything to the view. So here in the living room, we made sure that all the pieces were very low to the ground so it doesn't impede anyone's vista. These 2 blue accent chairs that we sourced are actually swivel chairs, so you can also turn it around, enjoy the beautiful views of Toronto unobstructed. Our client actually has a piece that is an original Andy Warhol print of Wayne Gretzky, and it's signed by both of them. And it has a lot of purples and magentas, maroons, blues that are in it. And that was really the driving force for the color scheme we wanted to use in this space. Again, we didn't want it to be too overpowering because for us the showstopper was the view. So we went with a little bit more of those muted tones, blues, purples, a little bit of those magentas, and it kind of fades into the balcony where we carry out the reds. And it was designed where if the client wanted to throw lavish parties, that would be easy to do in this space. So for example, the very large sectional has seating, but then it also has storage and seating on the opposite side. So you can watch somebody cooking, you can marvel at the beautiful views of Toronto. He says that his kids love it, like especially with the large sectional. It's super easy to clean. If someone spilled chocolate milk, it's very easy to wipe off because it's leather. The kids just love running around it and doing laps on it, and it's built for that. It's meant for living. When it came to the dining room, we wanted to source pieces that were versatile, functional, but they would also withstand wear and tear, especially with young kids with sticky fingers, and something that was easy to wipe. So we have a beautiful porcelain top dining table that's very easy for spills, and then same thing with the upholstered chairs. We went with a dark fabric, just so that it has a little bit of contrast with the white walls, but also so that it can withstand stains and wear and tear. When it came to a light fixture, we were kind of at the mercy of the existing concrete shell of the building. So there was no junction box there, and we wouldn't be able to put one in there. So we sourced this beautiful arcing lamp, and we made sure that it had at least a 10-foot span. There was enough space to walk underneath it without someone banging their head, but we also wanted it to be as slender as possible so it didn't take away from the view. The kitchen, we wanted something that was bold, but we didn't want it to take away from everything else. We have this beautiful stone island. It's got these magnificent veins. It's mimicked in the backsplash as well. And then we've combined it with the white countertops and the white hood vent as well. We had this idea to peninsula out the island from one wall so that you're looking at the amazing view of Toronto. And then we went with the same rift cup white oak that we did for the custom wine display. And then we have the white uppers. In the primary bedroom, we wanted it to feel very luxurious, very relaxing, but we still wanted a little bit of that boldness that you see throughout the other spaces. The biggest thing, of course, was the custom headboard. So we did a platform bed with 2 end tables on either side, but then we did a beautiful MDF millwork piece. We did custom wallpaper that is above it in this very dark color, and then we did a beautiful slab of stone that just finishes off the existing bulkhead. there was another piece that we found. It's an original by Craig Allen, and it's called All You Need Is Green. And it's this beautiful piece that has a touch of whimsy as well, because there's little DC characters that are hidden inside it. So again, it just plays off of that playfulness that the client possesses in his personality. The ensuite, we wanted it to be a lot more of that spa-like feel. And again, having that sense of unity with the rest of the space, that's where we pulled in the black stone and also the white stone as well. And we went with gold accents because we thought we'd change it up a little bit from the black. But then there was this beautiful piece that we saw, and it is basically a Batman pouring tea in a train car. And it's got this orange glow to it. It's funny, it's whimsical, it's unexpected. You would never expect to see it over a freestanding tub. And our client loved it right away. And then we pulled some of those oranges into the toilet room in the wallpaper there. But it's just this fun, unexpected moment. And it's one of the touches that we love in the unit. In the office space, we wanted it to be a little bit more dark, a little bit more masculine in feel, but we also put in, again, those bold pops of color. This room starts to fade into the oranges and the reds, and we went with a dark wallpaper on all three walls. One wall is just completely windows. So what we wanted to do was peninsula the desk out from one of the walls, just so that when he is working, he can actually take a look outside. And then we did a custom designed millwork unit where it's got gray and red and wood elements to it. So it just creates a perfect backdrop when you're on a Zoom call, but it also has so much storage. Our client has 2 young children that are still sleeping in the same room as their preference. So what we wanted to do was a little bit more of a monochromatic kind of feel. So we went with blue because that was a color that they really liked. And it was also reminiscent of Minecraft, which is their favorite game right now. They also really love Legos and they love dinosaurs. So we just wanted to create a space that is functional for them right now, but then as they get older, it can easily change with their interests. We are immensely proud of this project. Like, it took us over a year and a half to, from start to finish, get everything finalized, and it's been such an incredible journey. We've become close with our client. He's such an amazing person. Our client loves the space. It's a very fulfilling project. It's a fun project, but it's made for somebody who just enjoys life, and it's just a great space to be in.